Let me ask you a question that probably sounds a little ridiculous at first. When you're sitting there, staring at the charts, your finger hovering over the mouse, heart doing that weird fluttery thing, what if, in that moment, you decided to pretend? What if you pretended you weren't scared? What if you acted like you'd done this 1,000 times before? What if you faked the calm, cool, collected demeanor of a professional trader, even though inside you feel like a complete imposter? The phrase, "fake it till you make it," is everywhere. It's motivational poster stuff. But in trading, a pursuit built on cold, hard math, and even colder, harder losses, it seems dangerous, like lying to your brain while you're playing with fire. And it can be. Oh, it can absolutely blow up in your face. We're going to talk about that in brutal detail. But here's the paradox I've seen working with traders for years. There is a way to use this idea, not as a lie, but as a profound psychological tool that can actually rewire your worst habits. The difference between using it as a tool and letting it become a weapon of self-destruction is incredibly subtle. And that difference is everything. Before we go one step further, we have to kill a major misconception. Right now, when I say fake it in trading, I am not talking about posting screenshots of a simulated account saying it's real, talking in a forum like you're a guru when you're 3 months in, or, worst of all, putting on a trade with a swagger you don't feel, ignoring your rules because a pro would be confident. That's not faking it. That's just fraud or fantasy. And the market is the ultimate reality check. It will find you, and it will humble you. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about acting as if. It's a conscious, deliberate rehearsal. It's the practice of embodying the process of the trader you desperately want to become, long before your equity curve makes it official. Think of it this way. Your mind is a chaotic committee. There's the scared kid who just wants to lock in a tiny profit. There's the angry rebel who wants revenge after a loss. There's the greedy gambler who sees dollar signs. And maybe, in a quiet corner, there's the calm, strategic professional you're trying to nurture. Acting as if is you, as the chairperson of this chaotic committee, forcefully giving the microphone to that professional. You let them run the meeting. You follow their protocol. Even when the scared kid is screaming, you follow the professional's checklist. You are, for all intents and purposes, faking that the professional is in charge, until one day, you realize they actually are. The screaming has died down to a whisper. The act has become reality. You're not faking profitability. You're faking the internal architecture that leads to sustainable profitability. Big difference. Now, this isn't just wishful thinking or pop psychology. This works because of how your brain is wired. Let's break it down without getting too textbook. First, your body reports to your brain. When you're in a losing trade, what happens? Your shoulders hunch. You lean into the screen. Your breathing gets shallow. Your jaw clenches. Your brain's ancient alarm system, the amygdala, gets this data and thinks, red alert, predator. It floods you with cortisol and adrenaline. This is the infamous amygdala hijack. In this state, your higher brain functions, logic, reason, pattern recognition, gets sidelined. You're in pure reaction mode. This is where you cut winners short and let losers run. Now, what if, despite feeling that panic, you consciously sit back? You put your hands behind your head. You take a deep, deliberate breath, not a shaky gasp, but a measured, full-lung breath. You stand up and walk to the window for 5 seconds. You are, by all accounts, faking calm, but your body is sending a new report to your brain. Posture is open. Breathing is regulated. We are moving deliberately. The amygdala starts to stand down. The cortisol stops flooding. You've literally used a physical fake out to give your logical prefrontal cortex a chance to get back in the driver's seat and say, okay, what does my trading plan say to do here? You acted as if you were in control, and your physiology followed, which then allowed your psychology to follow. Second, you are what you repeatedly do. There's a philosopher king idea that's absolutely true for traders. You don't build a successful trading identity and then do successful things. You do successful things, the disciplined, boring, process-oriented things, and those actions construct the identity. Every single time you act as if you're a disciplined trader by writing in your journal before you check your P&L, you are casting a vote. Every time you act as if you're a patient trader by walking away after placing a limit order instead of staring at the screen, you cast another vote. The fake action is a vote for your future self. At first, the disciplined trader is losing the election. But if you keep casting these fake votes consistently, that identity slowly wins. One day, it's not an act anymore. The journal isn't a chore, it's just what you do. The patience isn't forced, it's automatic. You've tricked yourself into competence through consistent, deliberate rehearsal. That's the secret. This is where we get to the heart of the matter for this channel, losing traders' psychology. Because for every one trader who uses this as a tool, 10 use it as a shovel to dig their account's grave. I've seen it over and over. The line is so fine it's almost invisible. Backfire number 1. The confidence mask becomes a blindfold. This is the most common and devastating error. You start confusing the act of being confident with being infallible. You've been working on staying calm and confident, so when a trade goes against you, you think a confident trader would have conviction. They'd hold. They'd average down. You ignore your predefined stop loss because exiting would feel like losing faith in your act. You're no longer faking a productive mindset. You're faking omniscience. You're pretending you have information the market doesn't. The market doesn't care about your performance. It will vaporize that capital. The fake it mantra becomes an excuse for self-destructive arrogance. You're not acting as if you're disciplined. You're acting as if you're a prophet. And the market has a very low tolerance for false prophets. Backfire number 2, the audience trap. This one is insidious in the social media age. Fake it till you make it subtly shifts from an internal process to an external performance. You're no longer acting for yourself, you're acting for the gallery. You take a trade not because the setup is perfect, but because it would look good on Twitter. You hold a losing position too long because you can't bear to post the L in your Discord. You start curating a highlight reel of your trading life. Your ego gets tied to the performance of being a trader, not the reality of executing a plan. Your focus shifts from "did I follow my rules?" to "what will they think of me?" This is a guaranteed path to taking oversized, revenge-fueled, ego-driven trades that have nothing to do with your edge. You're faking a persona, and your account is funding the production. Backfire number 3, the grand illusion of an edge. This is the foundational killer. You cannot fake a statistical edge. No amount of confident posture, expensive monitors, or slick talk will turn a random, untested strategy into a profitable one. Period. The losing trader uses faking it as a substitute for the brutal, boring work of backtesting, journaling, and data analysis. They feel a hunch, they act confident, and take the trade. And when it fails, they blame their psychology for not being confident enough. It's a vicious, soul-destroying cycle. They're using a psychological tool to try and brute force a mathematical outcome. It's like using a motivational speech to make a broken calculator start giving the right answers. The tool is not for fixing the math. It's for helping you execute the math you already have. So how do we harness this incredibly powerful force without it corrupting us? We build a cage of integrity around it. Here's the manual. Rule 1. Your act needs a script. An actor doesn't walk on stage and just act confident. They have a script. Your trading plan is your script. Acting as if is the discipline of staying in character and following the lines, no matter how much you want to improvise. If your script says your character exits at a -1% stop loss, you exit. The act isn't about changing the lines. It's about delivering them flawlessly, even when you're terrified. If you don't have a detailed, written script, you're not acting. You're just mumbling on stage. Build the plan first. Rule 2. Redirect your focus to the ritual. Stop acting like a winner. Start acting like a professional. What's the difference? A winner is obsessed with the outcome, the P&L flash. A professional is obsessed with the ritual, the pre-market review, the checklist, the trade log, the post-session analysis. Your fake-it energy should go entirely into sanctifying that ritual. Go through your checklist with exaggerated care. Log your trade with meticulous detail. Do it as if your future manager is going to grade it. This redirects your identity from someone who needs to be right to someone who follows a process. The outcome becomes a byproduct, not the goal. Rule 3. The debrief is where you get real. This is the critical release valve. The act happens in the heat of the moment. But afterwards, in your journal, you must drop the character and be brutally, mercilessly honest. Right, I acted calm and followed my stop. But inside, I was panicking. I felt like a fraud. I hated it. That's gold. That's the data point. That's where you see the gap between your act and your instinct. Over time, you'll write, I acted calm and followed my stop. The panic was there, but fainter. It was easier to breathe through it. The fake it practice gives you a controlled experience. The honest debrief turns that experience into genuine growth. One without the other is either delusion or despair. Here's the truth no one tells you about faking it till you make it in trading. The making it moment isn't when you buy a sports car. It's not when you go full time. It's the quiet Tuesday afternoon, months from now, after you've taken a loss. You close the platform, you sit back, and you realize you're okay. You're not raging. You're not searching for the next trade to get it back. You're just moving on to review your plan. The panic, the angst, the desperation, it's just not the dominant voice anymore. That moment, that's when you realize the act is over. The character you've been playing, the disciplined, process-oriented professional, has stepped off the stage and shaken your hand. They've become you. You didn't fake your way to profits. You rehearsed your way to a new psychology. You used as if as a scaffold to build a stronger mental structure, and then you kicked the scaffold away. Be careful with this power. Use it to build discipline, not delusion. Use it to follow your script, not your ego. I want to know, have you ever tried to act the part in your trading? Did it feel empowering, or did it lead you into a trap you didn't see coming? The comments are where we get real. Share your story. If this conversation about the messy, human side of trading resonates with you, hit that like button. It tells the algorithm this is the kind of deep dive psychology other learning traders need to see. Subscribe to Losing Traders Psychology. We're here to do the hard work, to look at the stuff that happens between your ears, because that's where the game is truly won and lost. Thanks for your time. Now go review your plan. And maybe, just for today, act as if you're the trader you know you can be.